It is wild. Over the weekend, I got to test out the GoPro Hero 9 against the Canon M50 with the Zhiyun Crane M2. And what I did was I wanted to see how it would do with solo B-roll. Now, solo B-roll, is kind of tough to do. I decided to say, okay, well, how easy is it to do solo B-roll with these? And what kind of results do I get? And so on. So there's a bunch of footage all together. I do some quick explanations here and there, but pretty much I stick with having the footage. Be sure to stay to the end because it's there that I kind of have some fun with each of the cameras outside of the techniques, just kind of like some fun things you can do with the camera. It's not really solo B-roll, but it's still fun to do. So check it out. Okay, so this first one is the outstretched arm technique. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically taking and putting your arm out there enough so that when you do your filming and you crop in with your edit, it looks like it could be filmed by another person. So you're not seeing your arm being outstretched. And it takes some practice to do. Not only having your arm outstretched in the right way, but also just getting yourself to not look at the camera, kind of look in another direction, move your head in one direction while you're moving your arm in another, or, back and forth, kind of doing. Also, you can also do the, 360 routine. Anyway, I tried it with both of these, and this was the result. Check it out. What I'll call the feet walking technique. And all this is designed to do is get yourself walking with the feet. You can either do this in a slow-mo or a fast, and it kind of gives you a sense of action. Okay, so this next one is just your regular panning shot. I threw this in there kind of as a fun thing, and also so you could see where I was at when I did it. last one is really just showing how easy it is, I think, with the GoPro to kind of capture, if you just let yourself go and kind of like look around and stuff, you can kind of capture expressions, which are harder to do when you've got just a regular bigger camera. But when you're just kind of playing around with the GoPro, you kind of, you can kind of forget it's there, or you just get self-conscious and start laughing. And it offers that reaction that you can use in your B-roll. And that was kind of fun to do as well. Okay, so this one is with the Canon M50, and the two things that I did with that were I did an out of focus and then coming in to focus, and that's a cool technique to use. And you can't really do that with the GoPro Hero 9 because you can't alter the focus. It's always going to be in focus. That's one thing the Canon M50 has a strong. My overall conclusion to all of this was basically that both of them have their strengths. Canon M50, I still think, is great for vlogging. Now, I actually played around with the A6000, and it's actually easier to use A6000 with the Zhiyun Crane M2. And I'll show another video with that. But basically, if you're walking and talking, you might as well just go ahead and use the Canon M50 because you're going to get good audio, definitely much better than the GoPro. And it's just, I just like using it better. It's just, in that situation, as long as you kind of keep your yourself going in one, mode, you're going to get a smooth effect with the Canon M50 and the Zhiyun Crane M2. Where the GoPro really shines, of course, is doing like stealth mode. And I love doing the stealth mode because you can just do it in your palm of your hand and you just get a few visuals that you want to get. You're not feeling like you stick out like a sore thumb with this camera and a Zhiyun. It tends to be a lot more bulky than just putting the GoPro into the palm of your hand. So I love that about it. And also I just think that you can get your camera in different situations a lot easier with the GoPro Hero 9 than you can with the Canon M50. So where the GoPro is really strong, of course, is with action and just getting those unusual situations and just fun things that you can do that you really wouldn't do with the Canon M50. So I think with solo B-roll, really it shines in thinking outside of what you would normally be able to do, and really just tangling up in trees. I meant to do some of that, and I'll be doing some of that in some later videos, and having fun with solo B-roll that way, and getting yourself in action, I think is pretty fun to do. So I think they work in conjunction with each other. I don't think one outshines the other in any real respect. I do have to say that the Zhiyun Crane M2, you really have to get used to, and it'll get all glitchy on you. Like, it won't stay. I haven't so far, playing with it a little more. I'll be able to dial it in, but initially, I haven't played with it too much, but initially, maybe playing with it a little bit more, I can get it to not do that, but basically it would go along and then all of a sudden just go and look someplace else. It wouldn't stay in place, even though I had it in that mode where it's supposed to just follow. So that was it. It was kind of fun to do, and hope you enjoyed it and got some benefit out of seeing some of the footage with creating your solo B-roll, or deciding on if you're going to get the GoPro or the Zhiyun or use the Canon M50, whatever you're doing in your creative endeavors. Good luck with it. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if this was helpful for you, and I'll see you next time.